Good morning. Once again, I'd like to welcome everyone to today's Washington County Chamber of Commerce breakfast. We have a full agenda underway, so please continue eating, but we do want to go ahead and get things started. Once again, we'd like to thank our caterer of the breakfast today in the country of Damascus. They do a great job. Please give them a hand. And it is my honor and privilege to introduce our first speaker. That is Delegate Israel O'Quinn. Israel.
Morning. Thank you very much. It is certainly an honor to be here with you today. The General Assembly session adjourned about 2.5 weeks ago, so I think it's safe to say that it's good to be home, and our delegation is glad to be back here in Southwest Virginia. It's always a good day when we get to announce the winners of the Small Business Challenge, and I'm always very interested to see the presentations that were put together and the winners, and see about the bold new ideas that people are coming up with to transform their own companies. And it certainly takes a lot of courage to get out on a limb and start your own business. And I know we've all flippantly heard people say, well, I just start my own business. And it's never quite that simple. It takes a lot of courage to get out there and get out on a limb, put your own money and reputation on the line to start your own business. And I personally think that it's incumbent upon the state legislature to ensure that Virginia can be the best state that it can be for small business. We want to have the least cumbersome processes that we possibly can. And I know that it is a work in progress, because for every person in here who has a business of any shape or size, you know that it is not a perfect system by any stretch of the imagination. But the best ideas that we get for legislation and being able to hopefully correct some of these issues comes from small business. Go figure. And so, I enjoy touring businesses of every variety, and that's where we always get the best ideas. You get someone will say, if we could do it a little bit differently, if we could do this or if we could do that, and that's where the best ideas come from. And so those are the kind of dialogues that we need to continue to have moving forward. And small business is certainly the backbone. It spans all sorts of sectors, from manufacturing to retail to agriculture to restaurant and food service. And just shy of 700,000 small businesses are existent in the Commonwealth of Virginia, which is a pretty staggering number when you think about it. We have 8 million. It's about 98% of all legal businesses in the Commonwealth of Virginia. About 1.5 million employees are employed in small businesses, and about 47% of the overall workforce is employed in small business. And so those are pretty staggering numbers, because I know that a lot of times we think about a big employer. What would a big employer like Microsoft bring to Southwest Virginia? Well, it'd probably bring a lot of jobs, but it's not going to be anywhere near what small business already has in Southwest Virginia and across the Commonwealth. And while there will certainly always be a place for big businesses, every business publication, every prognosticator indicates that the real growth is going to happen in small business. That's where the opportunities really lie in Virginia. And so I feel like that we all collectively, the Chamber of Commerce, businesses, government entities, have to continue to work together to come up with the right policies for small business. And we in Richmond, those in Washington, D.C., those in other state capitals do not have all the answers, and that's why we rely upon the people who are there doing the work to tell us what we can do to try to make it better. And so I feel like that with the right policies, the risks hopefully will become fewer and farther between, and we will have more opportunity for growth here in Virginia. And so the door is always open. We're always wide open to suggestions of things that can be done better, because, like I said, it's not a perfect system. We don't have all the answers, and we need and seek your input on those things. And so I'm looking forward to us continuing to move forward together to make Virginia a better state for businesses of all shapes and sizes, but particularly small business, which is congratulations to everyone who had the courage to get out and apply for the Small Business Challenge Award. Congratulations to those of you who are going to be taking home the awards today. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Delegate O'Quinn. We appreciate your support of the Chamber and Business Challenge and the good work that you do for the citizens of Southwest Virginia. Next up, I would like to ask
Good morning. Okay, you go ahead. This morning we would like to Larry Hines. Where do you go?
If I'd have been getting a new job, I'm not sure I'd have made any conditions, but she sure did. Okay, now, having said that, I'm going to introduce you to Sandy, who is going to tell you all about the Business Plan Challenge.
Kathy's wanting something, so I've got to look out. Well, I have the pleasure of telling you a little bit about what's taken place over the last 6 weeks as part of the challenge. As you know, that this is a pretty intense 6 weeks of classes. Everything from having to learn how to start a business, how to grow it, market it, looking at financing, credit, and so forth. That's a pretty intense aspect because we have both people that are starting a business. This is all new to them, to existing businesses who I hope that have learned a few things that they can apply to their business as they grow. We started out with 19 applications this year and ended up with 12 that pitched their business idea on the last night. By the way, we could not have done it had we not had the collaboration with a lot of existing entrepreneurs, organizations that help us put this together, and a couple of those that donated their time to come either present a workshop or do a panel discussion was Mike Spieger with Spieger Blevins, Wes Boggs at Penn Stewart, Joe Hutton at Insurance Center of Southwest Virginia. And if I call your name, please stand up because I want these people in the community to know that you are giving back and taking part of this. Karen Hester with Cranberry Lane, Mark Kofer with Eastman Credit, Brent Dyson with First Bank and Trust, Jeff Fritz with Highlands Union Bank, Sam Neese with Powell Valley National Bank, Amy Osborne with First Community Bank, Steve Wellinger with Highlands Realty, I know Steve's here, Andrea Smith, Jan Coleman, and Jeremy Repass with People Incorporated. People's been a strong supporter of this program from the very beginning. Carl Nobick with the Small Business Administration, and if you don't know Carl resides in Richmond, but there's nothing to stop him from getting in the car every afternoon, driving all the way to Abingdon, taking part in the business challenge, and then getting back in his car and driving back to Richmond or Northern Virginia or Eastern Virginia. He is very committed to Southwest Virginia, and we appreciate that. Also, Kevin Costello and Tanya Triplett were a big supporter and part of this project through the town of Abingdon. Of course, we couldn't do this if we did not have the support of sponsors. How do I get this? I want to mention some of those because I've been involved in a lot of business challenges throughout Southwest Virginia. What I tell people that makes this unique is that the community is investing in this program. They're not going out looking for subsidies and so forth. The community is actually putting money, cash in the game to help these folks get started in business and help them to grow. I want to commend Washington County administration, the IDA of Washington County, and again, thank you for hosting the breakfast this morning. The town of Abingdon, Walmart was the first time supporter of this project this year. The Bristol Herd Courier, Food City, Highlands Union Bank, First Bank and Trust, Speaker Blevins, and Penn Stewart. Please, if you see these people out in the community, thank them for stepping up and being part of this program. I also want to take a moment so that you can know who these competitors are that have donated or have spent the last 6 weeks participating in this event, that are wanting to establish or grow their businesses here in Washington County. And as I call your name, would you please stand up? Scott Patterson with Appalachian Trail Town, Steve Harris with Appalachian Drafting, Brian Zier with Trail Town Tiny Houses, you can't say that with peanut butter in your mouth, Carol Luckel with Nana's Coffee and Confections, Amy Looney, Denise Peterson with Blue Garden Door, Mosen Gasme with the Appalachian, Andrew Gilmer with Harmony Ridge Farms, Keith and Sabrina Fleener with Fleener's Farms, Frank Cardinale with the Resale Shop, Marla Edwards with Crooked Road General Store, and Lindsay Holderfield with Paper Moon Studios. These are your new folks that will be coming in to Washington County, and please go out and support them. I'm going to turn it over now to Kathy and Jennifer, that's going to give one of the new prizes this year to our best pitch.
So as you know, Walmart came to town, and the first thing they did was contact business leaders and encourage us to write grants that they wanted to give to the community to show their community support. And so we have asked Jennifer Davidson to announce this award because we couldn't do this without Jennifer. We daily have a task for Jennifer to do that we ask her to do, and she never complains, she never asks questions, and she does it. And when I say we, I mean Sandy, me, Nita, Suzanne, and at least 2 of us are dictators. So I'm going to let Jennifer announce the Walmart Pitch Night Award winner.
Good morning, everybody. Are y'all ready? The winner of the Walmart Pitch Night Award is Mosen Cosme, the Appalachian.
So Pitch Night was kind of like Shark Tank, and they have to stand in front of 4 judges for 8 minutes and give their pitch. And the winning pitch this year, this is the first year for this award. And so Motion Cosme and his wife started a food truck business from Pakistan food and from Appalachian food. So I encourage you to follow the truck and taste his food. And I would like to ask the Pitch Night judges if they will please stand if they're here. Again, I see Sam. The other, and Jan. Steve Willinger's here. The lights are in my eyes, Steve. I don't know how I missed your bright star. And Amy Osborne. And they dedicated a whole evening to listening to the pitches, doing some thoughtful scoring, writing some comments for the businesses to use, in comments and suggestions for the businesses for their future use. And we do appreciate, again, all of the things that the folks in the community have done to help not only this program but the business participants as they go along. Okay. So, We are now going to ask Suzanne and Nita to come up and announce the winners of the Existing Business Awards. Remote. Back. All right, there you go. Okay.
You read it. Well, we don't have anything back there. The Hong Kong will have okay. You want to do the third place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. The winner of the third place existing business is Marla Edwards. Now, you want this? Marla has the Crooked Road General Store. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. Come on.
Come on, Marla.
Come on.
We need to be more crooked than ever. A speech, really?
Uh-huh. Okay.
How many of you love banjos? How many of you don't like banjos? Be honest. Owning your own business is like listening to banjo. You love it at the beginning, you just want to hear the song so bad, and then it starts to really get on your nerves. And so you want to just shut the performance down and start another day. So whatever I could say to you would be just don't quit, play more banjo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Serious? What do I do with that?
Well, I mean, you
Just
want to
stand
hold
here?
it for-
You don't get it right now.
Is this the swimsuit part or? Thank you so much.
No, do you want her to stay?
Do you want to stand up here?
Okay.
You can stand here.
It's a well-organized business they've got going.
Marla gets $500.
$500. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Second place existing business is Frank Cardinale, the Resale Shop. Congratulations. Do you want to say a few words?
Sure. I own a business where I do small electronics repair, and I see a lot of people that come into my shop every day. I do appreciate this opportunity to be able to actually help my own business thrive just a little bit. It's very much appreciated. Thank you.
Okay, now first place existing business, Stephen Harris, Appalachian Drafting. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much. I'm as a shock, to be honest with you, but I do appreciate your all's time and effort coming and putting this on. This is home to me. It's a lot of business that I see that's leaving, especially in the field that I'm in, and I'm wanting to bring it home and bring it and keep it here, and offer something for here in the community. And I really appreciate your all's help, the effort, everybody that's helped us, the mentors. Really helped me, and if any of y'all are here, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
And now we've got a big surprise. This is the first year that we've ever had a tie. So we have another number one existing business, and that's Lindsay Holderfield with Paper Mill.
Well, that's more than a shock. What am I supposed to say? I'm sorry. Thank you. This is going to make a really big difference for Paper Moon Studio. We're just moved to a new location in November and have some really exciting opportunities to provide programming to adults and children with special needs that we've never been able to do before, and hire some new staff and add some new dimensions to our business and broaden our services to the community. So this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now we would like to have Kathy and Sandy come up to do the first place startups.
I'm back.
We had to go beg for more money because we had this is the first time we've ever had a tie. And there wasn't even a quarter of a point. And we did have some quarter of points in the judges' scoring, and there wasn't even a quarter of a point. There were two solid scores, so we are thrilled with it.
It speaks to the quality of our participants and our challengers, so thank you for participating. Okay. I'm happy to announce the third place for our startup will be Denise Peterson with Blue Door Garden. And she wins $500.
Thank you. I'm excited. Blue Door Garden will be at the Abingdon Farmers Market on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Come buy your bouquets, locally grown, right here in Abingdon. So come see us. We'll give you some nice flowers.
Okay, and I don't think we told you all. Third place is $500. Second place is $1,500, and first place is $5,000, correct? Okay. Second place for the startup business is Mosin Cosme, the Packalachie.
Thank you very much. Wow, thank you. We just came here for breakfast, so thank you.
We really appreciate it. There are not a lot of programs like this that you can really see a difference, and I think this is one that definitely needs to stay because it's a really nice program. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you for everyone who got involved, and we really appreciate it. Pretty cool.
We heard Mosin was in Iceland, and we were quite dismayed. We were afraid we were going to have to fly across the big water to get his award to him. So the winner that we're all waiting to hear not only wins $5,000, but they win a year's CPA services with Spiegler and Blevins, and they win their business formation with Penn Stewart. That's probably another $8,000 or $10,000 in in-kind services. And so, without further ado, I'm going to let Sandy tell you who this year's winner is.
Drum roll, please. And the winner is Brian Zier with Trailtown Tiny Houses.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you, everybody that was involved. This is huge. Thank you, Pumpkin. Thank you, Lord. This is really exciting. We're super excited. We're actually going today to pick up our trailer to get started, so we're super excited. Thank you, everybody.
Tell folks what you're going to be doing.
Oh, we're building tiny houses.
And a tiny chapel.
Yeah.
Tiny village to go with the tiny houses.
I think during pitch night, we got to see this whole village that he has designed, and he actually does have a tiny house wedding chapel. And they're all going to be located in Damascus. So we were very thrilled to see that all of these folks were as enthusiastic and excited as they've been, and they worked really hard, and we're proud of everything that they've done.
Thank you guys very much.
You're welcome. Now, we don't want you all to leave. You can leave right this minute, but we don't want you to leave before we get pictures of everybody after the show. After the show's over. We're going to conduct a little bit more business. We're going to ask Christy Helms to come up and recognize the new members of the Washington County Chamber of Commerce. We don't have any today. It's not that we don't have new members. It's that we announce them monthly, and this month we don't have any. We've been a little bit busy recruiting other things. Okay. So I'm going to ask the president of the chamber to come up and complete the business of the chamber today, John Brickey.
Thank you, Kathy. I just want to talk or touch briefly on a few upcoming events. We have a ribbon cutting ceremony for Lavelle Manufacturing. That's our 2016 Business Challenge Glade Spring Winter, and that will be Friday, March 31st at 10 a.m. in the Glade Town Square. And David Matlock, I believe you have an event and an announcement you'd like to make.
Sure. I'll just stand right here. The Washington County Chamber of Commerce and the Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center have partnered to bring a series of speakers to Southwest Virginia. We're going to kick this off on April 27th. You should have a flyer on your table, but we're going to be dealing with cybersecurity. Dr. Angela Orbaugh from UVA is going to be coming down. If you've ever wondered about ransomware and identity theft, that's easy for me to say, right? And how cybersecurity might affect your cell phone, anything for how. This is going to be talking about technology, cybersecurity, and just your everyday life. So again, this is brought to you by the Washington County Chamber of Commerce and the Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center. Here's a website where you can go and register yourself.
Thank you, David. Mona, with King University, I believe you had something that you'd like to discuss. Thank you.
The deadline is March 27th.
Thank you, Mona. Are there any other announcements? If not, I would like to ask Jim Schwartz, our membership co-chair, to come up and handle door prizes and the chamber spotlight and some other things. This is a new position. Christy does an excellent job working with recruitment of new members and working to grow our chamber, and we've asked Jim to come on board as co-chair this year, and Jim's primary responsibility will be working with the existing membership to make sure that we are meeting your needs, and we need someone who can be a direct line of communication between our existing membership and the board. So, Jim?
Well, our president wouldn't let me rest, so membership, that's what you're why the chamber exists, membership. And I hope you all will take full advantage of all of our membership benefits, and if you need a refresher on what those might be, Suzanne and Nita will be happy to help you with that. Now let's give away some door prizes. Amanda Music Chiropractic. Dana Wolf, Clinch Valley Printing. Franklin Brown, Highlands Realty. Peg Ayers with Ayers and Company Consulting. Laura Pennington with Virginia Highlands Community College. Jeff Fritz with Highlands Union Bank. Donna Puckett with the Abingdon campus of the Pastoral Care Coordinator. Okay, our next drawing is for the Chamber Member Spotlight. And for the folks that might not know what that is, if you will get your business information to the Chamber office, your information will be on the Chamber's website for a full month. So there's nothing better than free advertising. That goes to Cindy Green with People Incorporated. Now, someone gets to talk. The Chamber Spotlight for today. When I call your name, you can come up and tell us a little bit about your business. And that's Robin Raines with Virginia Tech.
Good morning. My business card is somewhat deceiving because I'm the director at the 4-H Center out on Hillman Highway. And we're certainly proud of our relationship with Virginia Tech through Virginia Cooperative Extension. However, we're our own nonprofit organization, so we serve and partner with the extension offices in the 13 counties, but we're a separate entity. I know most of you all know what we're most famous for, and that's week-long residential summer camps for 9 to 13-year-olds. I hope some of you, or all of you, have heard about our expansion into more year-round programming. Two of our really kind of spotlight programs right now, one is Washington County Junior Appalachian Musicians, or Washington County Jam. This is our second year of doing this after-school program, and we have doubled the size between last school year and this school year. The program starts in September, runs through the middle of May, and we won an education grant through the Virginia Commission for the Arts, which purchased all of our instruments. So grades 4 through 8 from all over the county can come on Tuesdays and learn banjo, guitar, fiddle, or lap dulcimer. And we actually have a school bus where kids get off of banjos and fiddles on Tuesdays. So they get a snack, they have 45 minutes of group instruction, and then they have 45 minutes of another cultural experiential learning opportunity. Our Washington County Jam program will be performing at Heartwood's Youth Music Festival in May, so keep a lookout for that. Some of you all also may see the 4-H Center out with groups of older adults. We're a Road Scholar site, which used to be called Elder Hostel. If any of you all are NPR listeners, you hear Elder Hostel advertised on NPR quite regularly. And we've expanded what we do with Road Scholar really exponentially since I've been at the 4-H Center. This year we actually have 17 weeks of Road Scholar programs where people sign up from all over the U.S. and Canada to come to Southwest Virginia. We do biking programs. We have in the past done a service program with the Chestnut Foundation. We'll be bringing that one back next year. So if any of you all have places that you think a group of Road Scholars would like to come, we'd love to have it. And also keep us in mind. We're a good place to come have an event, hold a weekend retreat, and we also do great food service. So thank you for your time.
Just a few other announcements. Of course, we want to thank the Washington County IDA for their sponsorship of today's breakfast. Once again, we also like to thank In the Country for catering. I'd like to remind you that the sign-up sheets are on your tables. Please sign up before you leave. If anyone has any door prizes that you would like to donate for the next meeting, please see Suzanne or Nita, and they'll help you with that. I would like to remind you that the next Chamber breakfast will be on April the 20th. It will be here at the Southwest Virginia Higher Education Center. And if there is no other business, or if anyone else does not have any announcements, good morning and have a wonderful day. Meeting adjourned.
The Video Guy Live is a live streaming video service located in Bristol, Tennessee, and is owned by the video guy himself, Tim Flanagan. Tim has been making videos for local businesses and events for over 20 years, and recently started his live streaming video service where he has streamed everything from local sporting events, ribbon cuttings and grand openings, to music festivals, political debates, live open houses, and even a funeral. Using software that allows him to brand his live streams with logos, texts, titles, and even up to 4 cameras, along with streaming unique events like the Tri-Cities Bridal Show, Special Spaces Room Makeover Reveals, and a check presentation to the Sullivan County Humane Society from Walmart, plus his interacting with the viewers through the live Facebook chat. All this is what separates the Video Guy from his competition. Giving back to the community is important to the Video Guy. That's why he volunteers his services to Special Space of the Tri-Cities, a nonprofit organization that does room makeovers for sick and terminally ill kids. By recording and live streaming the room reveals, viewers feel like they are part of the experience. And more importantly, family members who live out of town can watch too. Some of the other community events he has done include a Time of Healing Community Prayer Vigil, honoring our local police departments, the christening ceremony for the Bristol Hotel, and Bristol Saves Lives, which was a 4-hour event to raise awareness and funds for local police to carry naloxone, which is a drug used to counteract an opioid overdose. The Video Guy Live offers the Tri-Cities an innovative marketing service which is unique and effective.